Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Thursday, 10th of October. In this update, the outer bands of Hurricane Milton are already causing issues in Florida, with destructive winds and some tornadoes. The hurricane is expected to hit later this evening our time, overnight in the state. US President Joe Biden has just spoken, thanking everyone who has evacuated, and says he understands it's hard to leave behind your homes.
But I urge everyone in Hurricane Milton's path to follow all safety instructions as we head to the next 24 hours. It's literally a matter of life and death.
CNN's meteorologist Elisa Rafa says the storm surges along the coast are the major concern.
The exact location of the eye will determine who gets the worst storm surge. Either it's Tampa Bay or areas to the south, so that needs to be watched closely.
Storm surges of up to 4.5 metres are possible. An expectation mortgage rates will continue to fall. The Reserve Bank's cut the official cash rate by 50 basis points to 4.75%. It's in response to subdued economic activity caused by low productivity growth, as well as weak consumer spending and business investment. CoreLogic chief property economist Calvin Davidson says the OCR is clearly on a steady downward path, which will likely bring down mortgage rates with it. Wellington City councillors attempting to derail the airport share sale are confident they have the numbers ahead of today's vote. The council is split on the issue, which would see officials stop work on selling the council's 34% stake in the airport, worth up to $600 million. It's previously been approved in the long-term plan, and Councillor Ben McNulty wants the sale stopped.
This should have been stopped in June. There was not a majority in favour at the council at the time, and there continues not to be a majority in favour of selling the shares today.
The referees selected for the 2019 mosque attack terrorists' gun licence application are expected to take the witness stand today. Deputy Chief Coroner Bridget Windley is hearing evidence on licensing processes to establish how much of an impact they might have had on the 51 deaths. Emily Ansell reports.
2 former licensing staff who assisted with his application have spoken about the process at the time, workload pressures and the high trust model. The referees, known as Gaming Friend and Gaming Friend's parent, are 2 of 3 witnesses today.
A fresh set of wheels are hitting Dunedin's roads in protest at the government's decision to scale back the city's hospital plans. Mayor Jules Raddick has unveiled a campaign ambulance to travel around the south and potentially up to Wellington to deliver their messaging. He says they plan to stop and reach out to the region's smaller communities. A public competition to name the ambulance has already begun. And in sport, encouraging signs for Black Caps cricketer Kyle Jamieson as he returns from a back stress fracture. He's started bowling again. Joe Root has become England's highest run scorer on the third day of the first match against Pakistan. They're 492 for 3, a deficit of 64. The Wimbledon tennis major will adopt electronic line calling at the next edition after 147 years of using judges. Finally, Jurgen Klopp is the new head of global football for Red Bull, his first post since leaving as Liverpool manager. I'm Nivareti Manu, that's your latest news fix, and we'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.